Sophie Cunningham defends her sister after fans' gross comment. WNBA's injury woes continue. WNBA has always been a league of competition and passion fiercer than the last. But when the sister of Indiana Fever guard Sophie Cunningham, Lindsay, defended her against a vile comment by a fan following a brutal injury that ended Sophie's WNBA season, Sophie herself stood up for herself in an emotional statement. On Sunday, hours after Sophie Cunningham tore her left ACL against the Connecticut Sun, her sister Lindsay, who played for Indiana in 2014, took to X, formerly Twitter, to voice her frustration about the WNBA's treatment of officials. At WNBA, maybe you should get less political and focus on what keeps the lights on, and that is basketball. Get your officiating right in this league, otherwise the athleticism of these players get lost with all the arbitrary BS calls and non-calls. Pathetic. Praying for you, Lindsay wrote, her reaction suggesting that she could not believe officiating during the game. The post took a turn, however, when a fan hit back with an extremely rude comment referencing Lindsay, calling her the B-word. Sophie, not one get back whenever a member of her family is attacked, fought back on social media. Some of us grew up with the words of, "Don't bite off more than you can chew," and some of us didn't. Faithful, Sophie replied, employing the widely used acronym for, F around and find out. The message was clear, Sophie wasn't about to sit there and let someone talk smack about her sister. Sophie is merely the latest addition to a long list of major setbacks that have hampered the Fever all season long. The squad, once a title contender, was waylaid by injuries to critical players. On top of Cunningham's injury, the Fever have also lost Caitlin Clark, who has missed a lot of the season with injury, and now, guard Sid Colson and Ari McDonald are both out for the year. Against that backdrop, on Thursday, the Fever escaped with a thrilling 99-93 overtime win over the Sun, another example of the team's resourcefulness and tenacity. But now, with only 9 games remaining in the regular season and looking ahead to a speedy playoffs on September 14, the team's playoff hopes hang by a thread. The Fever were one of the league's early season favorites, with the star power, Kelsey Mitchell, Natasha Howard, Aaliyah Boston, Dawana Bonner, and the electric Sophie Cunningham, necessary to defeat great teams. Their bench depth, with McDonald, Lexi Hull and others on the bench, had fans dreaming of a possible championship run. Aside from Bonner leaving for the Mercury, the injury bug has hit key contributors, and the Fever are content to play out the string at this point. Now 19-16, they're in 6th place in the WNBA standings, and their playoff future is as uncertain as ever. As the games continue to dwindle down, the Fever will need to find a way to rally around their remaining stars if they are to keep their playoff hopes alive. The Indiana Fever's fight isn't only on the court, it's a battle against adversity off of it. A depleted roster and an unclear future means the Fever will need all the help they can get. As the team works through these growing pains, let's get in their corner. If you are a longtime fan of the WNBA, or if you are someone who stumbled upon the league just this year, it is in your best interest to cheer on Sophie Cunningham, Indiana, and the Fever organization as they work their way toward securing a playoff spot. Tweet your encouragement, watch their games, and keep rooting for them as they empty their tanks down the final part of the season.